What's up, guys? So today's topic, I was just searching up, I'm kind of into psychology a little bit, not like into it like that, but I just was curious about how psychology can help my personal being, and I thought I would just share, I found a couple different topics I wrote down on my computer. That's why I'm looking to the side, but yeah. So work-life balance and burnout, that's, well, actually, I'm not going to number them, but I have a couple written here. Work-life balance and burnout prevention, purpose and meaning, social pressure and peer influence. As I go through these, just think about how you handle each one of these, and then when I'm done going through my bullet points, I'll talk about each one. All right, so social pressure and peer influence. Coping with failure and building resilience, stress and anxiety management, self-esteem and body image. It sounds like I'm talking about women now, but I'm not. Healthy relationships. These are all very self-explanatory, but when you dig deeper into each one, you kind of think about how good or bad you are in these categories. Growth mindset. I like that one. I'm gonna skip that one. Self-worth and identity. That one I feel like is pretty big for a lot of younger men. Mental health awareness. Emotional intelligence. That one's pretty huge for me. Emotional intelligence. If you can, keep your emotions tied down, and you not tied down, but you can control them in a proper way, know how you're feeling when you're feeling those emotions, and know when you're acting rational and irrational, you're already ahead of majority of men. I feel like a lot of men are very not emotionally intelligent, to put it simple, but yeah, let me read here. Yeah, so I have emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as being empathetic towards others. This is critical for healing relationships, effective communication, and self-awareness. I got that from a site, so this isn't off my writing. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go through this list. That was emotional intelligence. Just like I said, the best way this could probably benefit you is how I did it when I went through these, is just compare yourself. We as humans just love to compare, and we care about ourselves, obviously, so do the two best things you can. Just think about yourself right now and compare yourself. So, I already did the research for these specific topics, and I just wrote down little bullet points with the topic, and then a subheader for something to go along with it if you're not grasping the topic header. So, yeah, but mental health awareness, why it's important. Mental health is an important, as important as physical health. You got to keep both very healthy to have a, almost like a functioning machine properly. If the power steering isn't working in your car, it's gonna suck. If the engine's shitty, it's gonna suck. You have to have everything working. That was a bad example, but you know what I'm trying to say. You have to have your mental space clear and healthy as much as your physical, to keep your health, your fucking stomach, whatever you need to keep healthy, your joints, whatever. All right, recognizing signs of anxiety, depression, or stress early on helps young men seek help before issues become severe. Breaking the stigma around mental health is crucial. Most guys don't have the mental health awareness they need, especially, at least for me growing up, guys that I've experienced, it's you're not supposed to show emotion. You're just supposed to be tough and this and that, which is true for the tough part, but it's kind of to not show emotion is kind of dumb, because what are we, robots? No, things happen in life where you need to show emotion, or else you're gonna fuck yourself up. Recognizing mental health symptoms, understanding emotional distress, and knowing when to ask for support. So yeah, I'm yapping right now, telling you these, but I'm gonna say it just think to how you react with each one of these subjects. And yeah, self-worth and identity. developing a strong sense of self-worth, like if you love what you do or who you surround yourself with, how you come off to others. Those all tie into self-worth and identity. And identity helps young men navigate societal pressures, expectations, and personal challenges. Knowing who you are and what you value fosters confidence and purpose. So, yeah, I mean, as long as you have these kind of at the forefront of, you know, if you picture your head kind of like Saturn, is that the right planet? Jupiter? I don't know. But anyways, if the ring just spinning, and at the forefront, it's like, when it crosses your face, it's like on display. Like, it's like emotional intelligence. What can I do to improve this? Mental health awareness. What can I do to improve this? Each day you tackle these things, you create an ingrained response to these subjects with how your personality forms. And it gets harder when you get older. So when you're a younger person like myself, if you can keep these in check early on, you're going to have a much better life, relationship-wise, physically, mentally. You're just going to be well-rounded, to say the least. Key aspects, I have self-reflection. Self-reflection is like a key to self-improvement. Reflect on the day at the end of the day. Not like some people hear the word meditate and it's like, oh, what the fuck? But like, if you meditate on just focusing on something and not sidetracking, that's meditating. Like, if you focus on whatever it is you want to focus on and you don't sidetrack to different subjects, that's, as long as it's the subject that you want it to be, that's a form of meditation. Staying true to personal values, like what you believe is, like, obviously in moderation. It's like, if you stay true to yourself and you're not doing something out of like who you're around or like what other people think, then you're staying true to yourself and you don't feel like a shell as of a person. And not conforming to negative stereotypes or societal pressures. So that one's pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to yap about that. Skipping that one because, you know. Growth mindset is huge. Why it's important. A growth mindset is the belief that that intelligence and ability can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset is essential for overcoming challenges, adapting to change, and achieving long-term goals. So, like, I don't really need to talk more after reading that. It explains exactly what we're talking about, growth mindset. Key aspects: embracing challenges, learning from failure, and persistence. Boom, done. Alright, we'll just group through this. I don't need to yap too much more about each one. I don't know why I'm saying that so much. I'm just chatting a lot. I'm not used to it. Healthy relationships. Understanding how to build and maintain healthy relationships, romantic, family, and platonic, is a key to long-term emotional well-being. Communication, boundaries, and respect are essential. Emotional support, trust, active listening, and effective conflict resolution, key aspects. Boom. Healthy relationships. I don't have an issue with that. I just put it in there because maybe other people don't talk to your parents, whatever, romantically, issues, whatever. Self-esteem and body image. Importance: developing a positive sense of self-esteem and body image is virtual for mental health. Many young men struggle with self-criticism or insecurity, which can lead to unhealthy behaviors. I mean, for this one, it's like, just be true to yourself. If you're a fat ass, you can fix it. If you're a skinny motherfucker, you can fix it. It's not hard to understand. Key aspects: positive self-talk, self-compassion, and accepting one's body and self without harsh comparison to others. I had a problem with this growing up in high school because, as you can tell, sometimes I struggle with reading. My brain, I'm just dyslexic, but I still am able to do it, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever to me at this point. I know it's something that's not as strong as other people, but I'm not gonna anchor myself anymore that I have through life because of that. You know, I've accepted that. And there's a lot of other things I have to accept. I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect. I'm just bringing this to the attention of other people. If you're in your, this doesn't even have to be like dudes, but it's just because I'm a guy. If I'm talking about like this for women, a woman's gonna watch this and be like, "What, bro? You're not even a girl. What are you talking about?" But yeah, this works for both genders. It's just I'm talking to people that I am closer related to, which is like younger men, mid-20s, you know. So yeah, like I said, keep these running in the forefront of your brain as much as you can, and you will see improvements in your life, physically, mentally, spiritually. I'm not even going to talk about like spiritually right now, but like if you focus on these things, there's a lot more to focus on, but you can't tackle everything at the same time. So whatever of these pop out most important to you, find that first, get it out the way, fucking secure it in your brain. And yeah, stress and anxiety management. I haven't had much like stress or anxiety problems growing up, but like over time you realize like sometimes you do need to just take a deep breath, and that's as simple as it is for me. Because if I think deeper into like things that I get anxious about or stressed about, I'll keep thinking about that just because I just think a lot. But it's important. Learning how to manage stress and anxiety early on can prevent long-term mental health issues. Like if you can tackle stuff like this early, you're gonna have an easier life. That's kind of like the basics of the basics of this. And then key aspects: relaxation techniques, mindfulness, time management, recognizing when stress is becoming overwhelming. Yeah. Coping with failure and building resilience. Failure is inevitable, but resilience allows young men to bounce back from setbacks. Learning how to handle failure constructively can help in both personal and professional life. I mean, that one's self-explanatory. Like, that's just a must. Everyone's gonna fail. As long as you don't stay laying down, you're gonna be fine. Viewing failure as a learning opportunity, practicing perseverance, and maintaining a positive outlook. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not a negative person, like, you don't just, oh, why me? This only happens to certain people. Like, if you stray away from that, you'll be alright. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than that, obviously, but I'm trying to be quick so people don't hate this. But social pressure and peer influence. We're almost done, by the way. Understanding how to handle peer pressure and societal expectations helps young men stay grounded in their values. Early recognition of negative influences can prevent harmful decisions. Key aspects: critical thinking, boundary setting, and making independent, value-driven decisions. So basically just being an independent thinker as a man. Don't let others influence. I mean, you can let them influence you in a positive way, but don't make decisions because others want you to make that decision. It's your decision. No one's forcing you to make a certain decision. Like, I think as I get older, the more I don't care what other people think. I think what comes with that is wisdom. Not wisdom like I'm an old man and I know I've been through so much life, but like wisdom where I can realize that there is still a lot to learn, and I'm gonna respect the people that have information to give to me and that want to teach me, but a lot of people aren't doing that for you. So you don't need to take everything to heart or with such value. Not everyone's right, and you just take pieces of what you can bring to yourself from different people, and obviously give back to what you can to others if they need it. I'm not trying to act like I know everything, because I don't, and I don't want, I'm never going to, but I just want to know that I'm conscious of these things in my life. Work-life balance and burnout prevention. Many young men face pressure for succeeding academically or professionally, which can lead to burnout. Learning how to balance work, personal life, and self-care early early on is essential for long-term well-being. Time management, prioritizing self-care, and recognizing signs of burnout. For me, the burnout part, I've noticed when I get like so like fascinated with something, I really want to just attack it with like all my energy. And I feel like a lot of people relate to this. After a certain amount of time, it takes the perseverance and discipline to keep pushing that thing instead of just be like, oh, okay, I learned enough, I'm bored now. It's like, you're never going to be great if you just only trust the initial thoughts. You have to have the perseverance and the discipline to push past the things that you find you have to figure out what things are just a phase, and things that you can actually see as a passion or are a passion, and you're just being lazy, or like when you stick with something long enough, it turns into your way of life, you know what I mean? And that could be for the better or for the worse. But yeah, anyways, I hope some of that information was valuable for anyone. If you're watching this, thank you. And join my community. I'll put a link in the description. You have to click it. It'll bring you to the community. There's probably nothing there yet because I've just started it. But if you tap either the more button or like the 3 bars, something like that, you can like join community. And you might have to make an account, but it's just like your email and you create a password, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, thanks for watching if you are, and I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Peace out.